Welcome to this channel. My name is Obolade Adeyemi. I remain your fashion teacher, the CEO of Lariche Designs. In today's training, we are going to teach you how to sew your underbust blouse, like the one I'm putting on. I only try to make the down part two-step flare, just ordinary flare. I added a little pleat because of the essence I added to this. And this is the sleeve I used. It's just a peplum sleeve here. This part is just a circle, then the extension of the long sleeve, so it's very simple to achieve. And we have few chapters to this, to achieving this underbust blouse. We have how to draft the blouse, how to cut your pattern, how to cut it out on fabric, how to cut it out on lining, and how to sew it on fabric. And don't forget, what we do is conceal sewing. Everything has to be concealed. If you're new to this channel, please, we need you to subscribe to this channel, like, drop your comments, ask your questions, any observation. Stay tuned. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Adeyemi Omolade. I still remain your fashion teacher, the CEO of Lariche Designs. And today's topic is going to be underbust contouring. What I mean by underbust contouring to you, the meaning of underbust contouring to me might be different from what you meant in your area or what your view about underbust is, but we are still saying the same thing. You might call it a tube cut, you might call it anything, but it's called, what I call it is underbust contouring, because I'm treating the underbust to give my breast area a perfect shape. So you can call it a tube cut, you can call it anything, you can also call it underbust contouring. So the measurements we'll be needing for underbust contouring is your regular measurement for blouse. The only difference is going to be, we are going to add our underbust measurement. You're going to measure the circumference, your underbust circumference. You're going to measure this is the underbust. You're going to measure the circumference round. So then the measurement is what you're going to write down. So let me give you the clue of how to do that. This is my underbust. This is my underbust thing. I'll take it around this part. I'll take it around this part. So whatever it gives me, make sure it's firm on that area and not free. Make sure it's firm on that area. At least it's firm on the area. So what mine gives me is 33.5. So let me retake the measurement all over. Let me take it again and see what I have at that area. Make sure it's not tight but firm on your body. So let me take the measurements and see what I have here. You keep adjusting the tape till it gives you your desired measurements. I can make it at 3.5, the 3.25. So my underbust measurement is 33.25. So now let's start. I've shifted my armhole. This is the armhole. This is my shoulder one. This is the 1.5 inch down, which is the shoulder slant, or you call it shoulder slope. This is my 5 inches for the shoulder seam. Excuse me. This is shoulder 2. This is the 4 inches down where we take our shoulder 2 measurement. So this is my shoulder 2. This is the shoulder to nipple, and from here to here is the shoulder to waist. This is the dart. I divided 1.25 into 2 to make these 2 lines, and the middle line is my apex divided by 2. From here I measure 3. My apex is 6.5, so I divide it into 2. It gives me 3.25, or you call it 3 1/4. So you measure it from here out to this point. You measure it from here out to the length of your, to the waistline. Then you draw the straight line down. Then you divide your darts on, you share your dart in between that straight line, in between your apex line. So that's why we have these two lines. And I've divided my waist into four. I added my 1.25 to that, was why it gives me this. So I've done the necessary thing. I've shifted my dart. This is the first dart shape, armhole shaping. This is the real armhole shaping. This is where my armhole gets to. So wherever the armhole gets to, if it does not get to this bust line, to this straight line, if it does not get to the line, you shape it. You, wherever it gets to, let's say your armhole gets to this place after shifting, you take it like this and take it down to where your measurement is. So mine, this is where it stops, so I have to bring it down to this side to blend up with this to the bust line. So that is how that is done. So after that, the next thing, so now let's start with the under bust contouring, with the contouring process. So I'm going to take this measurement, the apex measurement, which is 3.25. I'm going to take it up to the shoulder line, shoulder point. So let's mark 3.25. So after that, you're going to slash that line out, or you square it out. I was told you squaring it out, so you square it out. I'm going to use the same language I was told to use. So you're going to join the lines together. We can say you're squaring it out. So the next thing you're going to, you can, if you notice, I've not given my blouse any neckline. I've not construct any neckline, so I'm still waiting. After I've done everything, I'm going to give it the neckline one. So the next thing I'm going to do is to calculate the difference between my shoulder to nipple and my shoulder to under bust. And my shoulder to under bust is 14. My shoulder to under bust is 14. My shoulder to under bust is 14. And my shoulder to nipple is 10.5. So I'm going to subtract 10.5 from 14. So let's see, 14 minus 10.5. So that gives us 3.5. So we are going to come to the shoulder to nipple line, which is this line. And sorry, I'm going to remove this. Whoops. You need to remove that carefully and don't make the same mistake, the one I did just now. So now I'm going to measure 3.5, the difference between your shoulder to nipple and shoulder to under bust, which is, mine is 3.5. So you're going to measure it from your shoulder to nipple up. You're going to take the measurement up. Sorry, my marker is not showing this. I think it's fainting. I need to change my marker, so now I'll be using the black marker. So the difference between my shoulder to nipple and shoulder to under bust is 3.5. I hope you still understand, you still get how we arrive at 3.5. So I'll take 3.5 off and 3.5 down, still from my shoulder to nipple down. Then I'll draw this line out like this. And this is going to be just small. So the next thing I'm going to do is to take you're going to take 0.75 down from your nipple, from your shoulder to nipple line. You measure 0.75 down, or you can call it 3/4 down. Then the next thing we are going to do is to take your shoulder to your under bust circumference measurement, the one I took, which is 33.25 here. I'm going to divide it by 4, which is 33.25 divided by 4. So what I have is 8.3. So what the calculation is trying to tell me, that whatsoever I'm going to do here, this everything here has to be 8.3 from here to this point. Then I'll continue the measurement from here to this point. That's give me 8.3. So the first thing I'm going to do on that, so let me set this aside. So the first thing I'm going to do on that is to come here and take 0.25 n, which is quarter. I'm going to come here and take quarter n. I hope you understand. Then I'm going to take the measurement from here to wherever to where the quarter is. That's 2.6, almost 2.6. Then I'll continue the measurement from here to this side, to the waistline side. So whatever it gives me, it gives me 9.9, and I need 8.3, I think. So I need 8.3. So I have more than enough to take in. So I'm going to come here. Let me retake that. Let me do that again. From here to this point, it gives me 2.6. I'll take that 2.6 back to this line, to this dot line, the last line here. Then take my tape rule out.
Hold on, please hold on. In case you don't know, we have an online fashion institute. We are going to teach you full pattern drafting training. We are going to take you from the scratch, how to use your machine, to the climax. You're going to be the best designers in town. For more information, visit our website on www.larichedesigns.com.
I hope you're following me. So, and mark my 8.3. 8.3 is going to be in between this line, in between 8.25 and 8.4. So this is my 8.3. And what the whole thing is giving me is 8.9. So I'm going to take that 8.3 back to this point and mark out where the 8.9 is. I'm going to do that again. The whole circumference I'm supposed to have here, excluding this line, is going to give me 8.3, because my underbust circumference is 33.25, and I'm going to divide that 33.25 by 4, which gives me 8.3. So I'm going to come here, take quarter inch in first. That's the first thing. You take quarter of an inch in, which is 0.25 in. Then you come here, calculate what you have. You measure what you have from there to that 8 points, to that quarter point. Then you're going to continue the measurement after this dot, which is after this line, after the last dot line. You're going to measure what you have from there to this point. What I have here is 8.9, and I need 8.3. So this is my 8.3. So I'm going to carry that 8.3 here to this point, to the beginning of that point, and measure where and mark where I have my 8.9. So now I will now remeasure what I have there to see if my measurement is now 8.3. So let me start from here to this point. I have this, so I'll continue from here to measure what I have here. So I have 8.3 now. Yes, from here I have 8.3 now. I have 8.3 now. Is the marker is adding to the measurement, so I have 8.3 now. So now I have 8.3. So the next thing I'm going to do is to come here to this upper part and divide half into 2. I'm going to divide half into 2, so it will give me 0.25 here, 0.25 here. So I'm going to join the lines together. From here to here will give me. I'm going to join from here to this point, and from here to the nipple points. I hope you're following me. Then from this point, I want to shape out the bust area. So I'm going to shape it like this, using this part of my ruler to connect from this 0.75 to this quarter point. So I'm going to connect it this way. I hope you're seeing it. And I'm going to do the other side also the same way. It's going to be like this. So this is it. So the next thing I'm going to do is to connect this 0.25 down to my waist to the dart measurement, and take this also, connect it to the dart measurement here. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to take this dart also, take it up to the shoulder slant line, and do the same thing like I'm constructing a dart. It's going to be like this. So after that, I'm going to come here, going to come to this nipple line. This is just to give more shape to our under bust, to our bust area. So I'm going to divide half into 2, which is 0.25 here, 0.25 here, then connect the line. So that is the underbust contouring. That ends the underbust contouring. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to give it a neckline. So I think I want a wide neck this time around. I want a wide neckline. So the shoulder slant I don't want it to be more than 2 inches. So I'll measure 2 inches from here out. 2 inches. Then I take the length down. So for the length, I can do 6, I can do 6.5. So let's do 6. So let me give it the shape I want. So that's all for the front. So the next thing is for us to cut. So I think we should do the back first before cutting, or we should cut the front and go to the back. So let's go to the back. We are done with the front. It's just to cut and do some little adjustments. So we are done with the front shaping. The next thing we are going to do for the front is to cut it out. But before I go to that, let's complete the back pattern. So let me set this aside and complete the back pattern. For the back pattern, I'm going to take this line, this dart line, the midpoint. I'm going to take it straight up. So you make sure your hand is straight. Make sure your hand is straight, or you measure what you have here from this point out, which gives us 6, 5, then 3.5. Then so we'll take it up here. We measure 3.5. Then you join the line like this to make a straight line. So the next thing we are going to do is we'll come here at the shoulder 3 line. Sorry, we'll come to the shoulder 3 line. This line we'll divide half into 2, which is 0.25 here, 0.25 here. We divide half into 2. So then we use that to construct our dart shape, to construct a dart shape like this, then take it down. Take it down. Then we'll chop off the excess. There's something we call excess here. You know, it's giving us a breast shape, which we need to, on this side, it's giving us the breast shape. So we need to erase that shape. We need to chop it off. So we come straight like this. We'll come here. Then we'll come straight down like this. So now as it is, this is the center back. This is the side back. So now the next thing is to give it a neckline shape. So we are going to come here, measure what we use as the shoulder seam here. From here to here, I think we use 2 inches. So we'll come here and measure 2 inches because the shoulder seam of the front has to be the same thing as the back. So we'll measure 2 inches here. Then we'll give it the neckline we want. So I think I want something lower than the front. So I'm going to come this way. I've measured it down already. I did 7. I've marked 7 here. So I'm going to shape it to give us 7 inches. So I don't want a straight line at the back. So let me give it something else. Something like not really a square, like this. Like this. So instead of me doing round front, round back, so I give it this. So this is the end of the back piece and the front piece. So watching this video, and thank you for watching every of our video. We really appreciate you. And don't forget, there will be a giveaway at every point of achievement. Please keep watching, share every of our videos to your loved ones, and don't forget to drop your comments, subscribe if you're yet to subscribe, ask your question, drop any observation. Thanks for watching. Bye.